So apparently there's this thing that is really tasty on TikTok called a Snickle, which is basically, if I show you a Snicker and the jar of pickles, what the heck is going on in my mouth? Hello everyone, it's Barry here. Hope you're well wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our kitchen. Today we are doing another Barry Tries, which is part of the playlist where I try a variety of recipes from famous chefs, blogs, and actually recently quite a lot of TikToks. So we've got 3 TikToks plus a bonus thing that I'm going to do at the end today. And I've got to be honest, it's a little bit quirky. There's one proper recipe, there's one that I've already done which is going to be quite weird, and there's another one with the air fryer which I'm just kind of getting used to and is actually quite simplistic based on a skillet cookie. But first of all, I wanted to bring you up to date with 2 things. First thing, a few years ago, I started splitting up my videos and posting them onto Facebook just to kind of spread myself out online, and I've started doing that actually on TikTok. My username is @MrBarryLewis. It's just small compilations of videos, which of course the main ones still stay on my website and YouTube channel. So if you're on the talk of Tik, have a look, Mr. Barry Lewis. Second of all, the garden kitchen is on order, but I realise I haven't shown you the room yet. So we're going to go outside to my new purpose-built garden kitchen that I'll still use this kitchen, but it'll be mainly my real kitchen for lots of other kitchen output. Whew, let's go. All right, welcome to a very echoey garden kitchen. Down here, right, I've ordered the kitchen already. We are gonna have my own dedicated kitchen, which I was laying out with these boxes, but I used them to help paint my skirting the other day. So basically it's gonna be a U-shaped kitchen with an island, and I have enough space for 2 people to present. There's gonna be some other really cool, quirky things. Yeah, so excuse the lighting right now because I have some actual proper lighting in here so I can film at any time. In my current kitchen, it's quite hard to film after a certain time because the light goes crazy. And Mrs. B doesn't want lights in the house for the rest of her life. We've got water coming in, we've got gas, electric, I've got some extraction for the hob, we've got air conditioning that blows hot and cold. We have got a little slot there for a TV with actually interaction with you guys, which is going to be absolutely insane. I'm really, really excited. Down the other end here, I'll be doing some other little pop-up bits for short form content, so we're going to post in a lot more. There's going to be an outdoor cooking area where I'm going to film building my own pizza oven and barbecue, and we'll also do some recipes out there. Plus I'm going to get out and about a lot more. When I have this space to use, it will give me the freedom to film like in the afternoon sometimes, and then it means I can get out and about and film some really cool stuff on the road, locally and internationally. It's like a carcass right now, but I wanted to just at least show you that. It's gonna be blooming awesome. The kitchen's arriving in about 3 weeks. By the time we top and tail things, it will take a little bit longer, but it's gonna be so worth it. I am super excited. Right, let's get back inside. We will still use this kitchen from time to time, but it's just really exciting to have a dedicated space that's literally there. Let's get going. Yes, we're trying 3 viral TikTok recipes today to see whether you actually should. And with the first one, I've already started because it's an overnight recipe. It's just kind of like a shake-up. And it's something called taco pickles. I don't really know how to explain this, but it's supposed to be a snack. You basically take a jar of pickles or sliced gherkins, like what I've got here. So obviously it is preserved in vinegar. You can see that juice just at the top of the lid. And this is what I did yesterday, so we'll do it again. We'll pour a little bit away, just a teeny bit, okay? Because we want that fluid. In here is some taco seasoning, also called fajita seasoning. It is a combination of lots of different herbs and spices. All right.
So we've got paprika, onion powder, chili powder, cumin seeds, coriander seeds, dried garlic, cayenne pepper, tomato powder, nutmeg, cinnamon, black pepper, and a little bit of lime oil.
And all we do is literally put the lid on. Now, I don't know about you, my first introduction to a gherkin was in a McDonald's hamburger, and I just refused to throw them away, so I ate them, and I actually quite like them. And if you can see, look at the colour, it's gone already. So that vinegar, effectively, that it's preserved in, the acidity, is gonna sort of marinade-ish the gherkins. All of those flavors, those spices and herbs that we just read out, are gonna work in there. And by leaving it overnight, which I've done, it should taste nice. Should. Snap. Here's the one I left overnight. Looks the same. It looks like a jar of tomato sauce, doesn't it? It doesn't appear to have done much that I can see. It's sat in there, so hopefully it's marinated in some way. We're gonna taste that at the end. So that is our first recipe. Anyhow, the next one is something called a breakfast bake. So there's a fair bit of prep needed for this. I'm not gonna show you it all, but with it being a breakfast bake, it does involve bacon. And spoiler alert, I actually do think this is gonna be incredible. So what is it? Basically, it's a lot of things that aren't always specifically breakfast related, and there's some things omitted. You could make it your own, things in a dish. So we've got the bacon, we've got some spinach, which does look like a lot, but by the time it cooks and wilts, probably be like that big. We've got some chopped tomato, chopped onion, chopped green pepper, and that's not it. We've also got some potatoes, which we'll wash and grate now to kind of create a hash brown layer. Hash brown layer kind of sounds like the sort of place where like a nasty evil potato in a cartoon or a film would hang out, don't you think? So we're left with some like potatoey hair like that. I've kept the skin on, I'm perfectly happy with that, but I will give it a dry with some kitchen towel, do that to the other potato, and that is our evil hash brown layer. Okay, so I'm very lightly greasing this dish. I think it's fair to say that this could be like an all-day breakfast bake. Spinach first of all, okay? Kind of creating like a little garden layer. Then just sprinkle all the other bits on. So the bacon, the peppers, the onions, and the tomatoes all going on as a sort of combo really, just sort of spread it around. Right here is a mixture of grated cheddar and mozzarella and red Leicester cheese, so like a 3 cheese mix. Love it, so vibrant. And then we've got our hash brownie layer. Oven is preheated, okay? We've not finished there. This is where it gets quite quirky indeed. And I'm looking at this right now thinking, okay, is that really a breakfast bake? There is a lot going on and I am not disappointed about it whatsoever. Oh, look at that underneath. Oh, I think this next step could make it merge a bit and I'm all good with that. We're gonna add pancake batter. So we have got this pancake mix, which I think is actually gonna do the job, along with 4 eggs. Oh, a little bit of shell. Still my favorite hack, using another bit of shell to get shell out. My friend Michelle taught me that. No, bad dad joke. Bad dad. Also needs some milk. Nice. Shimmy of salt. Big bit of pepper. And then we just whisk it through to dissolve that powder in, blend the eggs and all that. Nice and smooth, combined and blended. Batter up actually in every sense. It's time to pour this on and hopefully not ruin the aesthetics of it. Oh wow. Oh, that is just soaking in. Amazing. And obviously with the egg in there alone, you don't really need to use the pancake mix. I think you could get away with it, but then you'd be kind of making like a big square omelette. But I think it's that pancake mix that should hold it all together. And a bit like the angel and the devil here. The angel is saying to me, yes, it's gonna be perfect golden brown and stay like that. And the devil's sort of saying, nah, it's gonna sink and collapse and be all lopsided and brown and stuff. But there's a lot of good things. The pepper smells good. A lot of good stuff in there. Right, we'll bung it in the oven for 45 minutes. Let's see what happens. I'm really intrigued by this because effectively that pancake batter will it increase in volume? Will it rise? That's the devil thing again, going, oh no, it could go crazy. Enjoy it. I don't know. But it's gonna hopefully wilt the spinach, the bacon's gonna warm through, all the vegetables are gonna soften, the cheese is gonna melt, and that potato layer, is that gonna be like a rosti, a hash brown layer? I don't know, but it should brown and char and crisp. Oh my gosh, we will find out. The last recipe, I actually could do it completely homemade, but it's said to literally buy 1 ingredient, which is ready-made cookie dough, because it's a twist on a skillet cookie with an air fryer. It is, yes, an air fryer cookie. So let me at least get the prep done for that and we'll try and time it all together when we eat a medley of pickled, taco seasoned, breakfast bake, and hopefully an air fryer cookie, which I think will bring us on to my previous video a little bit as a talking point. Okay, no joke, it has been a solid 15 minutes and I cannot find the air fryer. I genuinely can't find it. I feel like I'm like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, like, I can't find it anywhere.
Hello.
Do you know where the air fryer is? The new one?
Where the what?
The new air fryer is. Do you know where it is?
Oh, yeah. Where did I put it?
I don't know because I can't find it anywhere.
You know where the squash is?
The scotch?
Where the coffee and stuff is?
With the coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
The bottom shelf.
Yeah.
Behind the squash box, it's in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. What? She's shoved it behind here. Oh my gosh, it's in there. There it is. It will not be going back in that place. I'm sure it's going to go in the garden kitchen. Anyhow, oh, actually, if you have an idea for the name of the garden kitchen, do let me know. So, air fryer bucket, which was the term we called it the other day when we did the bread video. Aha, yes. I've given myself, by just putting it into the bucket and shaping it slightly, a little bit of a mould to put in our ready-made cookie dough. There we go. And now I can just start to, you probably can't see that too well. And I'm making it as thin as I can. Yeah, that will do. So hopefully, should be able to lift this in. Oh, like a glove. So it can go in there. It's ready at 160. Apparently in 10 minutes it should be done. Now, as we know from the air fryer bread video, I actually had feedback. Someone said to me, Barry, why didn't you eat the smaller loaf? Was it raw? And if it was, that would be hilarious. They actually tweeted me and I replied, basically Mrs. B had a sandwich before we did that scene. She's like, I don't want to eat a lot of bread. So we agreed to have a little bit of the small one and then expecting to eat the larger loaf, which of course was raw, but the 10 minutes, and as a few people have found out, just about does it. Whereas with, I'm thinking like that, what we saw with the bigger loaf, with the cookie, I don't think we're gonna get this super charred top. I think it's gonna be gooey, and if there's anything that's okay for, it's a cookie, which is why this alternative version of a skillet cookie, the energy saving in preheating that oven versus this, is actually pretty good. We can bake a cookie, and it's gonna be, I think, partly gooey, which you're not going to get that gorgeous crispy crunch on a cookie, but I think with any recipe in the world to eat, a cookie will be alright. So we'll find out. I'll try and time it so this is ready just as that's ready, which smells sensational, by the way, and then we get to eat some taco pickle. Gherkin taco. Nope, pickled taco gherkins. Oh, there's the bonus thing too, a real medley of food. Look, thanks Boston. Look at that. It looks like a cottage pie. The pepper and the charred fringes. Thank you Boston again. Oh, it's like flared and it's puffed up. The pancake and maybe egg. I don't know what's happening. I'm very excited. Just gonna scatter some spinach on just to give it a little bit of colour. Oh, it smells so good, but I do wish maybe there was a bit of sausage bits in it or something like that. Oh. Let's see if we've made a cookie. Oh, yes. Look at that. I'm so glad I did it thin as well. Oh, and it's held its shape. I'm just gonna let it cool down for a little bit. On the air fryer video, I forget the exact way it was worded, but one of you commented when I was reading out the list of so many warnings on there. Every warning has a story, and I thought that was one of the best quotes I've ever heard. I've used it like twice already. What a medley of food. Please do keep the TikTok video recipe ideas coming in that you want me to test. Remember, like I said, I just started putting some short clips from historic videos on TikTok for now, and maybe some exclusive ones going forward if you like it. But we'll start with, ooh. Oh! That does smell spicy. It doesn't feel any sort of softer because it's been preserved anyway. I was going to do some videos on preserving actually. I got really geeky over Christmas. I read loads of cookbooks. As he eats a taco gherkin. Oh my goodness. I mean, this probably helps that I like pickled gherkins. That has actually slightly minimized the acidity of the vinegar that is pickled in. Oh wow. It's not technically a recipe, I just shoved some seasoning in and shook it up. That was the cooking technique. Shake it up, Taylor Swift style. But that is amazing. And the really cool thing is, and maybe I do this as a video update, I can leave this, keep it in the fridge, and that spice mix is gonna stay preserved, and maybe that flavor's gonna develop even more. I thought that was gonna be weird. It is a bit, but it's nice. Yeah, just get a little sort of closer to this a minute, just so you can see the layers there. All right. Oh. A little crunch on it, not too much, but then you go straight into the softened ingredients below. One of the worst words I hate using in cooking videos, it's quite moist, but look at that. There are slight omelette vibes going on there with those added potato shardy edges with all the bacon and everything else underneath. Whoa. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. It's so light and airy, and it's got this amazing like combination of flavors and textures and crunch. It's a little bit like a quiche. It's very, very addictive. It's quite light, like I say, and just enough in there. It is gorgeous. And it's a breakfast bake, but you could genuinely have that for dinner. I mean, I don't always have spinach for breakfast. I prefer cornflakes. All right, and here is the cookie. You can see it looks pretty good. I am actually amazed by the color, and maybe I could just show you. the ready-made cookie dough, it didn't really rise that much. Well, you don't really know what's in it, but I wanted to follow the recipe. If you make your own, a bit more bicarbonate of soda, baking powder in there, you might get a bit more rise, but spread it out. I think it's stuck slightly to the foil. Yes, it is. That's my feedback. Grease the foil lightly if you don't mind. If you don't mind. But you've got this part sort of baked hard surface like this. It's not too hard, it's fine. See, it's soft, it broke like that. But ultimately, it's gooey and cooked through. Not the most gourmet cookie you'll ever make in the world, but as we found out with the air fryer, much more energy efficient, done in 10 minutes. And if you need a quick fix and you don't want to make your own cookie dough from scratch, that's pretty darn amazing. Stonking. So there we go, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like and also consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already for regular content and much more coming soon with the exciting stuff we talked about earlier. Thank you so much. Keep the suggestions coming in and I will see you next time. Ciao for now. Hello, welcome to the bonus scene. So apparently there's this thing that is really tasty on TikTok apparently that you guys sent me called a Snickle, which is basically, if I show you a Snicker and the jar of pickles, apparently the combination of a Snicker inside a pickle, creating the Snickle, is really tasty. So I might need to just do a little bit of an operation on the pickle. I'm going to basically, I formed yeah, definitely a gherkin boat. And there we go. Look at that. That, my friends, apparently is a Snickle. Let's just go for it. What the heck is going on in my mouth? It started with a really strong tang of the vinegar, even more so than our taco ones. That kick was there and then it started to go all mushy, but then there was this sudden like rush of the sweetness from the Snickers, not really so much the nuttiness. And it sort of changed it to like this like marshmallowy texture. For about 5 seconds it tasted like really sweet, mushy marshmallows. And then it went back to just being weird again. So I think out of everything, to be fair, this was probably right up there with what I thought would be the worst today. It's definitely that, but this really caught me out. All three were winners, and I'll see you very soon.